It wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty at all. It was an ugly win. It was a gritty win. The New York Jets beat the Tennessee Titans in Nashville, Tennessee. Um, Jets walk away with the victory. You know what I'm saying? 24-17, I was really kind of hoping for this game to be more of a blowout. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to go ahead and see them really kind of exert their dominance. But it's week two. The Tennessee Titans, after all, do have the number one defense in football. So it is what it is. New York just get the win, but man, it's the way that they won it. The way that they won it in terms of seeing Aaron Rodgers showing flashes of Aaron Rodgers, man, he's only going to get more comfortable. Unfortunately, we did lose, of course, JJ in getting this victory. I'm telling you, it's almost as if we can't get a win as a New York Jets organization without losing a key component to our roster. The loss of JJ really sucks. We got a banged up defense going into Thursday Night Football against the New England Patriots, a team that I think we can all agree on that we despise to our very core. So, Thursday Night Football, Week 3, Jets are 1-1. Are they going to make it 2-1 on Thursday night? Let's talk about it.
I can do it all, I will never fall. It's the Renaissance, you know that I got the mother sauce. You know I'm the boss, I know what it costs. Have you won a loss? I'm so versatile, yeah, I'm a Renaissance man. I can do it all, I will never fall. It's the Renaissance, you know that I got the mother sauce. You know I'm the boss, I know what it costs. Have you won a loss? I'm so versatile, yeah, I'm a Renaissance man.
Congratulations, brother.
And here we go. So the Jets win. I mean, again, talk about an ugly game, right? I really thought that this game was going to be telling. I was really hoping this game was going to be more telling for our defense as they come out against a guy like Will Levis, who I think is still just a guy who's just trying to figure out the game. The defense got, again, bullied early on. You know, they started off slow defensively and offensively, a thing that it's getting to become a signature for who Coach Sala is, for who his coaching staff is, the slow starts. It almost seems as if they come into every game plan with the same exact game plan, and then if necessary, oh man, it didn't work out, let's try something different by the half. The only difference is this time we have Aaron Rodgers who can go ahead and make those adjustments for us on the fly in game, right? So we don't have to worry about waiting till after the half for offensive adjustments. Thank goodness for that. But what I learned from this game on Sunday is that the Jets defense, man, again, we were talking about this defense as if they were going to be a top 5 unit without Hassan Reddick. With Reddick, I stated, you know what, I don't believe Reddick has much left in the tank in terms of being an elite edge rusher, but I do believe he can still be good to really good. And that the addition of him was going to be what makes us a top 1 to 2 defense in the NFL. But man, in all actuality, after seeing the way these guys have come out the first 2 weeks, there's a lot of question marks. And then now we lost Jermaine Johnson. It sucks. Losing JJ, I think, absolutely sucks. It's one of those things where it really does feel like every single time we win a game over the last couple of years, it has come at the sacrificial lamb of one of our players, one of our playmakers. If it ain't Brees, it's Elijah Vera Tucker. If it ain't Elijah Vera Tucker, it's freaking Aaron Rodgers. If it's not Aaron Rodgers, now it's freaking Jermaine Johnson. It's getting to be kind of ridiculous, man. And I'm hoping that, you know what, we've paid enough, we've sacrificed enough, we've paid the dues necessary by sacrificing a guy like a Jermaine Johnson, a key component to our defense, who I think was going to be in for one hell of a breakout season this season. But it is what it is. The New York Jets were still able to go ahead and get that win. In that game, you saw Will McDonald actually show flashes of what we were hoping we were going to get. Now, he got 3 sacks and a forced fumble. I'm going to tell you this. One of those sacks is literally perfect timing, perfect spot, perfect location. Things happen. Boom. He was able to go ahead and get the ball or the fumble, right? And the sack. 3 sacks and a forced fumble. The thing that I want to really focus on is that the New York Jets were able to capitalize on turnovers on Sunday, right? Last year, the New York Jets don't turn those into points. Last year, this New York Jets team loses this game against the Tennessee Titans. That I think Aaron Rodgers was legitimately the difference maker in us winning or losing this game. Last year, 10 out of 10 times, Jets lose this game on Sunday. It was a gritty one. It had to get gritty. And you know what? As ugly as it was an AFC win. We needed it, right, to get to 1-1. And you also want that going to start building the confidence in this team to understand, like, hey, we can go ahead and play football at with the big dogs. Again, the Titans have the number one defense in football right now. Granted, it's only 2 weeks in, but that was a very, very good defensive front. The Jets also wind up getting 23 pressures by the end of that game. So, it wasn't pretty, right? I think 4 sacks for the game, 23 pressures, 2 turnovers. The final stat line looks a lot better than you would have thought when you were watching the game live. But we still need to see more. This defense is capable of doing more, in my opinion. But the fact of the matter is, we're playing the freaking Patriots on Thursday Night Football. The New England Patriots. A team that I think we can all agree on we despise with great disdain. I cannot stand the New England Patriots. I hate the organization. I dislike their fan base. I don't think I know anybody in that fan base that I would look at and think to myself are logical. I think they have one of the biggest bandwagon fan bases on the planet. But now their era is over. Their generation of domination is gone. Tom Brady left, and they've been nothing but shambles since then. And I think that story should take on the next 10 to 15 years of their lives. When you win that much, right, I think you got to go ahead and pay a penance. And I think that penance can last you anywhere from 50 to, God willing, 100 years. Who knows? But nevertheless, it's still a team that I hate. And I think most Jets fans will sit there and tell you they have nothing but hate and discontent for the Patriots as well. And we get a chance to go, for them to come into our house in MetLife Stadium on Thursday Night Football and to make a statement. And granted, a lot of individuals weren't really worried about what the Patriots were going to be. I personally still believe they're going to finish last in the division. But the fact is, they've been putting on a fight for their coach. I'll give them that. They've been putting on a fight for Mayo. I wasn't expecting that at all. I think Gerard Mayo being a product of the Bill Belichick tree, we all kind of see how that pans out anyway. We know how that story's going to end. I wasn't expecting them to kind of come out and play hard for Gerard Mayo. But then again, this is the team that has had a pretty good defense the last couple of years. Mayo's been the defensive coordinator. I think they're in these games because of defense and Jacoby Brissett being very efficient with the ball. Kind of makes sense. They don't have the talent. They just don't, to really compete in the AFC East, let alone the AFC. They did beat the Bengals, who I'm starting to wonder, are they the Bungles? They are 0-2 now. Question marks on whether or not they're even a good team. The Seattle Seahawks did their thing and were able to go ahead and get the win. Now they're playing us. Jets is banged up on defense. Listen, the last couple of years, we kept talking about how healthy the New York Jets defense has been and how fortunate and how great it was. In all actuality, I think it was just a matter of time before we saw the flip happen, right? Whereas offense, we've been losing a lot of key components for the last couple of years. So far this year, you got JJ's already out for the year with the Achilles injury. That is confirmed. You've got CJ Mosley dealing with a toe. Michael Carter II dealing with it sounds like a high ankle sprain. That's a minor one. Guys are banged up on defense. I know Breece Hall is dealing with some stuff as well. But other than that, the majority of the offense is healthy. So knock on wood that it remains to be the case. What we saw on Sunday, though, proved to us that this Jets team can actually freaking win games offensively. If you guys haven't seen this graphic, the New York Jets are one of 10 teams that have scored 5 or more touchdowns thus far in the first 2 games of the season. When's the last time you saw the New York Jets in a positive light or a positive group for offensive production in the NFL over the last decade? It's been a minute. I haven't seen that in quite some time. On the other hand, our defense is literally bottom tier right now, right? They're at that. I think they're the 18th or 20th ranked defense. Not something that you were expecting or you want to see for a defense that was once literally just last year a top 3 unit. The year before that, a top 3 unit. We need to get them back on track. Now, at the beginning of the season, I stated that the New York Jets can go ahead and be Super Bowl contenders if they follow a simple formula, right? Top 5 defense, a top 5 special teams, top 10 offense. I think that in itself would be enough for the New York Jets to legitimately be contenders and push for that AFC crown and then potentially make it to the Super Bowl. I still think that's true. It's week 2. This defense, I got to believe, is only going to go ahead and keep getting better. I got to believe that Coach Saleh and Ulbrich have shown us the last couple of years that they might not be good at anything else, but they know defense and they're good at that. You're also seeing the struggles of the individuals who've left the New York Jets, like the Bryce Huffs, like the JFMs. They haven't really been producing in any capacity once they've left the New York Jets. So then it makes you really wonder, was it more the New York Jets scheme, the rotation, being able to play next to Quinnen Williams that made these guys so valuable? And of course, they were able to go ahead and get the bag. I don't know. I'm not saying that that's the case. I still believe if we could get Bryce Huff and JFM in the building today, we do it. No questions asked. But you've seen those guys struggle where they're currently at right now. But if the New York Jets are going to go ahead and make any real movement, right? It's not just about winning an AFC game like they did this past Sunday, which helps out a lot. It's about winning in the AFC East. You got to go ahead and win these division games. And right now you have a chance to start off 1-0 in the division against the New England Patriots, a team that thus far in 2024, the New York Jets have beaten once already. And we can now start our own cycle of beating down on them the way they've beaten down on us for over damn near 2 decades. I think the opportunity to really showcase what this team is about on Thursday Night Football at home in front of the fan base against a rival like this speaks volumes, right? The defense is still respected amongst NFL circles. Like, there's no ifs or buts. If we go in there and we smack around the freaking Patriots defense, it's going to set the tone. I hope our defense is pissed off enough and mad enough to still remember when they were running the score up on us when we were down, because we had Zach Wilson out there trying to go ahead and figure out how to play football, and they took full advantage and ran the score up. I hope the defense remembers that and is still very much angry and pissed off, and they want to go ahead and take it out on them. An opportunity to do so is presenting itself again on Thursday Night Football, except this time we have a legitimate quarterback that's going to be behind center on offense. This time we've got a first ballot Hall of Famer who can still sling it. We saw it on Sunday. We saw it a little bit the Monday Night Football, and now on Sunday he's taking a step from Monday to Sunday, and then now again into Thursday. It's 3 games in 10 days. I think once our guys go into this game on Thursday night, there's no reason to hold anything back in the tank. I want you to go all out, Jets. I do. I want you to beat the dog shit out of the New England Patriots. I want this to be one of those things where the next day people are talking about, was it necessary? The New York Jets, was it necessary for them to keep running up the score? I would love one of those games from you guys this week. I really would. When you look at the advantages between the New England Patriots and the freaking New York Jets, it's not even close. When it comes to the head coaching, I'm going to give it a wash. You got 2 defensive-minded head coaches, the coaching staff. I'm going to give it a wash because I really don't know yet if we have that dude in Coach Saleh in terms of being a head coach. I know his defensive mind is legit, but is he that dude? I'm going to give them a wash across coaching. Wash. I'm going to give it a wash on the offensive line. And the reason I'm going to give it a wash on the offensive line is because in terms of pass blocking, we've looked great. We're still trying to figure it out in terms of run blocking. They've looked pretty good in pass blocking and, of course, in run blocking. So I'm going to give it a wash because of the fact that they've been more consistent on both sides while we're a little bit stagnant in terms of the run blocking. Wash on the offensive line. Defensive line. You're going to sit there and think it's a wash. It's not even close. Once Judon left, this is a bunch of guys just trying to go ahead and gel together and figure it out. We've still got an all-pro in Quinnen Williams. Without JJ, we take a major hit, but Will McDonald is a first rounder. We've got 2 other first rounder on that defensive line. The talent level is by far on the New York Jets side. New York Jets got the defensive line. Wide receivers. I'm not even going to waste time debating that. New York Jets got the wide receivers. They don't even come close. Quarterback. Listen, Jacoby Brissett is an incredible backup. A backup that I was actually interested in us bringing in for last year. We got Tyrod Taylor. I'm not mad about it. But Jacoby Brissett is a guy that I think is a great backup. But he is exactly that. A top-tier backup. One of the guys as well that shares the distinction of having the lowest TD to interception percentage in the NFL with Aaron Rodgers. But when you look at the sample size, Aaron Rodgers, it's not even freaking close. Aaron Rodgers by far, rivals Jacoby Brissett. So we got the QB. Running backs. I like Stevenson for the freaking Patriots. I do. I think he's a highlight reel or a impact player on offense for them. But they don't got no freaking Breece Hall. They don't got a Braden Allen. 2 guys we just saw dominate freaking Tennessee, who right now are getting into a groove themselves, are going to be a problem in the running game and the passing game. New York Jets clear them there as well. Secondary. Christian Gonzalez is pretty good. I'm a fan of that kid. I like him a lot, like his personality. I hate that he's a Patriot, so unfortunately, I'm always going to root against him. But we're going to go with the easy Jets. Got them on that aspect too. We've got Sauce, DJ Reed, Michael Carter II. We've got freaking Eccles. I mean, we're loaded at the cornerback position, and we've got depth, and we've got an all pro at that level. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I think we got the best slot corner in all of football as well. Linebackers. Yeah, CJ right now is potentially going to be limited, but Quincy is an all pro. And Sherwood looked pretty damn good against the Titans the other day. So I'm going to go with Jets on that too. Where does that leave them? The offensive line, wash. Coaching, wash. They don't have an advantage when it comes to playing the New York Jets. I want the Jets to showcase that on Thursday night. I do. I want them to showcase that. I want this to be as embarrassing as possible for the Patriots. I want us to literally signify like this is going to be your rebuild year. And it starts with the embarrassment we're going to go ahead and inflict upon you in front of millions of viewers on Thursday Night Football. And if the Jets could just do that for us, man, it would be a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. It'd be a wonderful evening. I don't think... Yeah, I could lose all my fantasy football league, all of them. Just give me an embarrassment of the New England Patriots on Thursday Night Football. And I'll take L's. It means I got to take L's on every fantasy football team that I currently am in right now for the weekend. I'll do that all day. I think the Jets go in there and they win this game, and they're going to win this game convincingly. They are. I hope it's an embarrassment to the Patriots. I hope it's a beatdown. Realistically, I believe this game is going to be more defensive oriented. I think that our offense is still getting their legs underneath them. Gerard Mayo's got those boys playing pretty hard. Got the Jets winning this game 27-14. But A-Rod willing, I would love for it to be like 40-14. 40-14 would be just a chef's kiss if you could make that happen. But if I'm going to sit there and be honest about this is a really a team that's got good defensive coaching. Those guys are playing hard for their coach. 27-14, New York Jets get their win in JetLife Stadium. They go to 2-1 going into the weekend, where we're going to hope the Bills take a step backwards here, and potentially by the end of the week, we're at top of the AFC East. Jets are 2-1 after Thursday Night Football. And man, I hope they embarrass the dog shit out of the Patriots. Go Jets.
Congratulations, brother. Hey.